This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and I'm Stanley Flores. Coming up in this week's broadcast, charm and ministry, and our Haitian brethren continue the cure. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. The much-anticipated celebration of 25 years of Children's Ministries for the World Church will be recognized locally in our conference in a joint Children's Day for the children and adolescents. The Charm Department is acknowledging this milestone in grand fashion as the children will minister in a virtual divine worship service at 11 a.m. on Sabbath, November 21st, with guest speaker being Dr. Linda Coe, Charm Director for the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. In the afternoon at 4 p.m., the annual Agape Praise Concert will be held where the children will further showcase their talents to the glory of God. So exactly how important are children in the ministry of our church?
Jesus told the children, suffer the little children come unto me and forbid them not. In your youth is when you're supposed to remember Christ, remember the Lord, develop a relationship with Him. We are to train up a child in the way he or she should go so that when they become older, they will stay on that path. And collectively, along with our education system, Bahamas Academy, the CHAM department has been doing an extraordinary job in training and building and working together to build spiritually strong, and spiritually developed young people.
You can join the celebratory services of the CHAM department this Sabbath on Zoom and on the Facebook page of the South Bahamas Conference. Login information is also provided on the conference website. Let's Talk About Him initiative continues with the cure. Are you ready for it? The Creole-speaking congregations within our conference will begin a one-week revival under the theme, Jésus, le vrai remède. The initiative will be held on the Bethel Seventh-day Adventist Church's Facebook and YouTube pages. Here's what Pastor Wilson Isnord, the evangelist for the crusade, had to say about this exciting campaign.
We are living in a time of unprecedented crisis and great uncertainty, a time in which people are mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially challenged. During this series of meetings, we will present Jesus night after night as the real cure for joblessness, depression, hopelessness, loneliness, anxiety, and any sinful habit one may be struggling with. This is the reason for Jesus, the Real Cure revival.
We'll be back with more events coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
Hi, my name is Siobhan Sherman, and I want to share with you an exciting way to get involved with the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, or better known as ADRA, now in the Bahamas. ADRA is the humanitarian organization of the Seventh-day Adventist Church and exists solely to help people live the way that God intended. ADRA Bahamas has been engaged in partnerships with other civic organizations where they focus on Abaco, Grand Bahama, and New Providence. We have thus far provided water to communities impacted by Hurricane Dorian, food packages and household items to residents, repaired damaged roofs of teachers and community members' homes, conducted school rehabilitations to help quicken the return of students to school. And there is still more that we have to do, and you can help. You can join us in being a part of our Make a Difference initiative. Make a Difference is an opportunity to allow all of your coins and, of course, the welcomed dollar bills to touch the life of someone else. As you know, our 1 cent coin will become obsolete at the end of 2020. Rather than throwing these coins away, let's redeem them. Do you have a jar of pennies or coins? Free yourself of those coins from now until December 1st. You will never know how far those coins can go. It can end up in a project in Andros or Exuma or Nepolis, or it can help in a disaster somewhere around the world through partnerships with one of our 135 Adra country offices. So, let the coins roll. You may drop your coins to your church, at the local conference office, deposit it to our account, deliver it to our head office, or call us and we will come and pick it up from you. So, join us. Let the coins and dollar bills roll to make a difference in the lives of others and help show and share your love and commitment to God while helping to improve the quality of life for your brother and sister the way God intends for all. Thank you.
Welcome back to your Adventist News. Coming up in the South Bahamas Conference, our conference is hosting a biblical symposium this weekend. The event began on Wednesday evening and it continues on Friday evening at 7 p.m. and Sabbath, November 21st at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. The seminars feature guest speaker Jerome Skinner of Andrews University, who has been given insight on how to interpret the Bible. The Adventist Men of the South Bahamas Conference will be hosting a conference-wide virtual men's weekend from November 27th through 28th under the theme, Men, Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies. On Friday evening, the guest speaker will be former president of the Inter-American Division of Seventh-day Adventists, Elder Israel Leto. Other presenters during the Sabbath afternoon session includes Pastor Ronaldo Drackett, Pastor Michael Smith, Lester Stewart, and Dr. Alpheus Alec. The Adventist Youth Department of the South Bahamas Conference will be hosting its Festival of Youth via Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook on December 4th through 5th. Services will be held on Friday at 7 p.m. and on Sabbath at 9 a.m. with Pastor Ludwig Garcia, pastor of La Senda de la Vida Church here in Nassau. For more information on these events and other upcoming activities of our church, please visit our conference website at southbahamasconference.org, where you can view our news update along with other programming from our cable channel ATV 658, read the weekly logos, and the Adventist page publication from the Nassau Guardian.
Food poisoning occurs when we consume food containing contaminants. The most common contaminators are from infectious organisms such as viruses, parasites, and bacteria. Some foods that can cause food poisoning are poultry, vegetables and leafy greens, and pasteurized dairy. Having nausea, vomiting, watery or bloody diarrhea, abdominal pain, and fever are signs of food contamination. Healthline suggests some ways to reduce your risk of food poisoning. 1. Wash your hands with soap and water before preparing food and right after touching raw meat. 2. Wash fresh produce before eating them, even if they're prepackaged. 3. Avoid cross-contamination by using separate knives and cutting boards for raw meat. 4. Pay attention to the use by date sticker. Don't use a product because it looks or smells okay. This has been Patrick Wilson with your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
We go now to our news feature from around the world with the Adventist News Network.
Seventh-day Adventist leaders in Honduras are still assessing the needs among its constituents in the northwest region of the country, where Hurricane Eta hit hard as a downgraded tropical depression on November 4.
Torrential rains caused landslides, rivers to overflow, and flooded entire towns, leaving thousands stranded. 8 people have been reported dead.
President of the Adventist Church in Honduras, Adán Ramos, said that church leaders have been trying to evaluate the damages and the current issues that Eta has caused. The tropical storm flooded the city of San Pedro Sula in the northwestern region of the country. The airport and large parts of the city and neighboring communities have been immersed because of the constant rains.
Ramos added that no one knows how many have died for sure because of the many people who live in remote places. Telephone lines and internet are not functioning. He added many were waiting to be rescued by boat or helicopter.
The church has not been able to obtain small boats to assist in the aftermath of Eta. Several undamaged churches and 2 Adventist schools in San Pedro Sula are functioning as shelters at the moment.
Many church families have been left homeless, and funds are being dispersed to assist those staying in those shelters for now, added Ramos. Church leaders have appealed to the public for food, money, and other supplies for displaced families.
Adventist Development and Relief Agency, or ADRA, Director for the country of Honduras, Luis Tundro, reported that funds have been released thanks to an initial response by ADRA International and ADRA Inter-America to assist 1,500 families with food rations and hygiene kits in the most affected area in northwest Honduras. Tundro said that ADRA Honduras signed an agreement with USAID with funds to assist 60 shelters and 1,700 additional families in certain sectors in San Pedro Sula.
That brings us to the end of our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Please feel free to share what is happening at your church by sending us your news stories and upcoming events by email to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming, or to keep in touch with what's happening in our conference, you can visit our conference website at southbahamasconference.org. Also like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook and Instagram pages, as well as our YouTube channel. And on behalf of the production team of Adventist Television Channel 658, thank you for watching our news broadcast. I'm Stanley Fallord for the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.